Good evening, everyone. My name is
Oh,
Mary
no,
Alex.
I'm
Oh,
so sorry, Lauren. Okay, now you can go ahead. Go ahead.
sorry.
No, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mary Alexandra Molina, and I am the co-vice chair of the Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging Committee. I would like to call the DEIB meeting for Tuesday, October 21st, 2025 to order at 6:06 p.m. This meeting is being conducted remotely in accordance with the provisions of the open meeting law. It will be streamed live and recorded. Because we are remote, all votes taken this evening will be by roll call. Before we begin, I will confirm the presence of the DEIB members participating remotely. As I call your name, please state your name and confirm that you can hear and be heard. Diane
Wackel.
Wackel, thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yeah, Diane Wackel, Assistant Town Administrator. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Angie Soden?
I can hear, and hopefully you can hear me.
Yes. Virginia Sims George?
Good evening. I can hear you, and I hope you can hear me.
Thank you. Jim Kane?
Good evening. I can hear you, and hopefully you can hear me.
Yes. Cynthia Moore?
Good evening. I can hear you. I hope you can hear me.
I can, thank you. And Deidre?
Present. Hi, everyone.
Thank you. We can hear you as well. Uh,
All right, is that everybody, I think? Yep.
that's everyone that I can see on my end.
Okay. All right, so as you know, it's been some time since we've met. We're very busy. And I was hoping to be able to get to meet in the summer. I think, did we try? I don't remember. But I kind of kept the agenda vague today because I wanted to, again, this is Jim's first meeting. He was just recently appointed. So welcome, Jim. But I wanted to get a sense, I was hoping everybody was going to be here so that we can get a sense of what it is, what direction do we want the committee to go into? What do we want to focus on? I'm looking for somebody to really, I'm hoping it can eventually become a self-serving committee where you are all very active in what you want to do and the things that you want to accomplish. And I would step back, be your simply your liaison. I would help with posting agendas and minutes and things like that. So I don't know if anybody wants to start. I know Cynthia, we've heard from, is very anxious to get going. And so I don't know if you wanted to jump in, or actually we should first approve the December 10th meeting minutes.
I
Which,
make a mo
okay, go ahead.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from our December meeting.
Thank you.
I
Second.
haven't actually seen them.
Oh, you have, I thought Angie sent them out.
I haven't seen them. Maybe I missed it.
Yes, it was a separate email, so I apologize. Yeah.
I've seen it. I can second it.
Sure. Okay. Do you want to postpone them until you can see them or no? Okay.
You have enough people to, I'll just abstain because I haven't
Okay.
read them, but
Okay. All right. Okay, so who wants to, so Mary Alexandra, do you want to continue
I
with the
can do the roll
meeting?
call
Yeah.
vote. You
Are
want me
you
to do the roll
familiar?
call vote?
Yeah, yeah. And then
Okay.
I'll let you lead, and if you need any help, I'm certainly here.
Okay. So we have a motion before us to approve the minutes of the December meeting. Virginia Sims.
I'm abstaining. I was not at the meeting.
Okay.
Okay. So Jim Kane.
I've seen the minutes, but I just got put on the committee.
Yeah.
So I don't know what your
You,
process is, I'd probably
you
abstain.
can abstain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be appropriate.
So then I don't think that we would have enough votes to approve the minutes.
Let's see.
That would be
I was
three
there, I
people
think.
abstaining.
I think I was
Oh.
there. And I approved the minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were there, yeah.
That would be 2 against, 3 abstain and 2 approve. I don't think that it
Um,
passes.
if I approved as well,
Yeah, you could have voted.
so that'd be 1, 2.
If somebody wants to email it to me, I can look in 10 seconds. And I mean, I have all my notes from December right here. So
Yeah. Can you do that, Angie?
Yeah, yeah, you know.
I think it was mostly, Cynthia, it was mostly, we had all introduced ourselves and what
And then
we
we did election of the chair and vice chair and clerk, is mostly what it was. We had a discussion about goals and today.
While we're waiting for that, I think I would like to do, what are your thoughts on doing election of officers again? Or, I think we've had a hard time getting in touch with Miriam. Has Sierra been responsive, Angie?
Yeah, she said she was gonna be here, so I don't know if something had happened
okay.
or, yeah.
Okay, maybe she'll jump on.
Yeah, she had confirmed, so yeah, I'm not sure.
I just want to make sure that, since, it's been so much time, if the people that are elected officers, if they still want to serve that in that capacity. I'm not sure what your ladies
So
are what's going on.
I'm gonna be fully transparent. I'm happy to the same way that I was happy when I was nominated last time, but this
Mhm.
is only my second meeting.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
although I've been on the committee for quite some time,
Mhm.
this is really just my second meeting. But I'm happy to serve the
Okay.
committee.
Yeah, I appreciate
I
that.
just reviewed the meeting minutes and I agree with them.
Okay, excellent. All right, so the
And by the
minutes.
way, they're very
are-
detailed. So thank you. Somebody put a
Yes.
lot of work into them.
That's Angie.
Thanks, Angie.
Really
You're
good.
welcome.
Much better than my scribble, Angie.
Yeah.
So we'll do a roll call vote. Do we need to put the motion forward again? Do we need to bring the motion?
No, I don't think so. Nope, we get the.
Okay, so we'll do a roll call vote for approval of the minutes. Cynthia Moore,
Aye.
Deidre,
Hi.
thank you. Jim Kane,
Abstain.
Virginia Sims George,
Abstain.
and Mary Alexandra Molina. Aye.
And Diane Wackel. Aye.
And Diane Wackel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. Thank you. All right, yeah, so does anybody want to, does
So-
anybody have any thoughts?
So the motion carries, right?
Oh, sorry, yes.
Yes, the motion carries. 2 abstained and 1, 2, 3, 4 approved.
Mhm.
Look at us.
All
Woohoo!
right.
On a roll.
Woohoo. All right, so when we think about, the committee's future goals and initiatives, does anybody want to kind of take a lead charge on what we should work on?
I had a question.
Sure.
Last time we met, there was an ADA accessibility evaluation that was going to be taking place
Yes.
in the town, and I haven't seen any information about that since we met. So hopefully that's done.
No, and it's actually something that we'll go ahead and schedule for the next meeting to work on. I just haven't had the time to I want to be able to present it in a sense where I'm comfortable with it and have you all be able to review it as well. And I'm
May-
sorry, I'm sorry, Mary Alexandra, I keep taking over. I want you to do
No,
it,
no, no,
Mary,
no.
and blah, blah, blah.
I actually don't mind at all, but I do have a question. And pardon my ignorance with this question. Do you work for Town Hall, Diane?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm the assistant town administrator. There's been some talk a little bit about where this committee belongs. I think it was a select board member that created it. And it falls in our office. Back then, we didn't have like a Health and Human Services department. We now have a pretty active, well, we did then too, but a community affairs committee. I don't know if you're familiar with any of the events that they put on. Community affairs, the recreation, actually just did a Bollywood event that was very successful. And so we want to try to connect with those committees, but we don't want to duplicate things. So that's why I'm trying to look for some direction. And it's been, yeah, it's kind of basically here we are starting new again, right, Cynthia? It's been a long time, so.
So I
Looking for some
apologize. I
direction.
think I haven't been calling your name because I was under the impression that you worked for Town Hall, but I didn't realize you were also on the committee. So I apologize.
I do, and I am on the committee, and I'm not sure why. I mean, it's in the, I should have the charge. Because you know what, it's a good question, because I wonder.
I don't know, the more the merrier, right?
Right,
Helps us get a quorum.
exactly, 9 members, I'm trying to look up I do believe I'm a voting member, though. Let's see.
So while Diane's looking that up, let me give some perspective where I'm coming from. For those that don't know me, I've been in town for 28 years. I am an avid marathoner, triathlete, so you probably see me running and biking around town. I've coached God knows how many soccer teams and baseball teams and basketball teams. I've been on countless scout trips. So my experience has been very heavily influenced by sports athletics from my younger son. My older son recently transitioned, probably back in the 6th grade, now 24. So it's been a unbelievable experience for me, for my family. So as much as I've learned and looking to share those experiences, I still have lots to learn. Um, I'm trying to figure out kind of how this group operates, and you know, I'm happy to lead a topic, or I'm happy to kind of be a subset and kind of just drive something. But important to me really is focused on that which I have learned from my oldest, and sharing those key learnings with others. So just wanted to give some perspective.
Thank you, Jim, for
Yeah.
sharing that. Okay.
Yeah, I pulled up the charge, so I can read it. I can put it on the screen or I can read it.
Yeah, I did just find it. Actually, if you
Okay.
don't mind reading it, that would be great.
Yeah, so it says the committee shall consist of 9 voting members. The voting membership shall include the town administrator or his or her designee, a representative from the school department's Coalition for Equity, a representative from the Council on Aging or their designee, and 6 at-large members. The Coalition of Equity member must be a Northborough resident.
Yep. Okay.
So that's how it's laid out.
And we can send this along to refresh you all as well. But yeah, so I think we should kind of try to think of this as like kind of let's start anew, and what do we want to do? What's important? I mean, that I appreciate Jim you sharing that. That's certainly important. I know that we did talk, I think I have kind of future meetings like that we were looking into celebrating additional culture, religious activities with the community. And maybe update the website, right, Angie, is not,
Yeah, right now it's pretty sparse. There's no
Yeah.
helpful links on it that, we could definitely brainstorm on what kind of links we want.
Yeah,
And I can put them on there. We could do a separate website like, Community Affairs has, or the Cultural Council. If we expand even further, we could do something like that.
okay. And then we talked about, yeah, we also talked about like how can we work with other committees and organizations, community groups for potential partnerships, including some of the ones that I had talked about. And I know Virginia, at some point you had talked about maybe employee training as well.
Yeah, yes.
Okay,
I'm not sure it's still needed, but I
yeah,
was under the impression or knew that there had been interviewing and some of the interviewers were asking inappropriate questions. And so I thought it would be good if we train the department heads and the select board on
Mhm.
interviewing skills.
Yeah. Was that recently, Virginia?
No, that was
Back
early
when?
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Okay,
So I'm not sure, if it's needed now,
yeah.
but I don't think it hurt to do a refresher.
Absolutely. Okay. All right, so those are some of the things that we had talked about. So how do you see us moving forward?
I do just want to add one more thing. One of the things that was on the packet from back in February that lists all these various things. One of them was fostering belonging through storytelling. So
Mhm.
I actually participated in the Story Bridge program that took place this year, and it was a wonderful experience. We were actually able to get two high school students from Algonquin that also participated. Um, and it was absolutely amazing. I mean, I feel like I don't really even have words to describe how powerful of an environment it was for the people, for the participants, for the people that participated in the program. And I would absolutely love to see that grow and for us to foster that a little bit more, perhaps get more high school and more residents from Northborough and Southborough involved in that.
That's great. Absolutely. Okay.
So I know that the concept was mentioned last time that we met, this storyboard thing, but it wasn't, and I walked away with the sense that um sort of like not the Moth Hour, what's that called? Story Corpse, right? From NPR. That's that sort of thing. Right. And so is it grant funded? Is it like
Ooh. That is
how
a
is it
great.
working? I don't understand how it works. Like it came into being. I don't know how to keep it going. So.
I actually have
I
no
can
idea
say a
how it's
little bit
funded.
about that.
Oh, perfect.
So sorry I'm off camera.
Oh, you're
Hopefully
fine.
I will be on before we get off, but um I also sit on Northborough, Southborough, Algonquin school district, the whole school district has a committee that I sit on. It has faculty, students, parents, and some of the administrators. They actually, so the person who, and I'm blanking on her name, but the person who facilitates the StoryCorps, she has a partnership with Algonquin, and they read her book in one of the English classes, and she's visited there. So the very first one was facilitated by the high school as a part of this partnership. They are in need of funding. And I know that there was some talk about, I think Southborough has a couple of like philanthropic organizations that we could potentially write to ask for funding to continue. But I wasn't sure actually what Northborough has. So that would be, if someone has any idea, that would be great, or any ideas for other funding sources.
I
Okay.
had sent the article when I first got on this committee about what they do in a town up in Moulton Borough, New Hampshire, in terms of how they fund something very similar. And I can find that article and send it to the group again.
Thank you.
That would be great.
Yeah, that would be great.
I'm a little bit slower than you all, but earlier when somebody mentioned the website changes, I also had the thought that our town web pages are not accessible to folks who have disabilities. So there are free website checkers. And website accessibility is governed just on a real technical basis from Section 508 of the Federal Code. And there are numerous free website checkers like for compliance online. And you know, I think the greatest part of belonging is to actually find access when you arrive. And so I think that ensuring that all of our town websites are accessible is really important for that reason. And then I will also share that many years ago, we had a global problem with the websites across the school districts not being accessible. And that arose after much back and forth, accessibility remained a problem, and that arose to having to file a complaint with the Department of Justice. And the town was monitored for 5 years on their website accessibility. So it is disappointing to see that the basics, you run a free checker to see if you have a problem, is still not being addressed on our town website. So this is not the school's website, I'm mentioning the town's website. I haven't even taken the time to do the school's websites, but it's a very simple thing to do. Every good web designer should be doing it automatically. So I think that that's in addition to any enhancements we're going to make to provide more information or resources, we should also be looking first and primarily at accessibility.
Okay. We'll speak with our IT director. I know our website is outdated and do we have any updates, Angie? I think it's, you know, he's waiting for the next
Yeah.
upgrade.
I know
But-
they've reached out to him. I don't think anything's been scheduled yet, but we're supposed to have an updated website, like Shrewsbury and some of the other towns have, same Civic Plus, but a newer version.
Mhm. Okay.
Then if I could just
Okay.
backtrack on the other idea that was brought up, Ms. Virginia brought this up with interviewing skills, helping people with interviewing skills. I think it's also worthy to, whether or not it's a consultant or this committee does it, to look at the job descriptions. One of the pieces that we run into quite often as people with disabilities is that there are requirements for a job that actually don't have anything to do with the job. So it may say something like you have to be able to lift 50 pounds, but your job may be data entry at a desk. So what does 50 pounds have to do with that job? So if we're looking at sort of interviewing skills, I think it's helpful to do a sampling of job descriptions and just take a look at that, both in terms of accessibility, you know, the types of pieces that are in there, and also the language. So, you know, quite often the language in a job description itself is presumptive or exclusionary. So I think that looking at that from various lenses, not just a disability lens, might be helpful to just creating a more welcoming community for people who are applying for jobs here.
Okay.
A great suggestion, Cynthia.
Thank you.
And
I've
actually,
lived through it as a disabled person. So.
Yes, and
Yeah.
Virginia's the chair of our personnel board.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so this is where I'm looking for direction because it's not my wheelhouse, and I'm trying to, like, when you suggest that, is that something like would we have to hire a consultant to do that? Or Virginia, it's more for you. You know, when we can't reclassify any of our positions, we just did a reclassification project like maybe 3 years ago.
Right.
You know,
Well,
if we were
we updated job descriptions at that time as well.
right, so
And we had a consultant service to do that for us.
well, we paid
Yes, we paid for
for that. There's a funding
it. Yeah.
concern for that. So So is it something, I guess I'd have to look into that, Cynthia, to see how to proceed with something like that, if it would be something I would feel more comfortable hiring somebody to look at them.
It might be worth just verifying there's a need first,
Yeah, yeah,
right? Like,
yeah,
let's
Yeah.
see if there's a need.
okay. All right. Let me go. All right. Oh. Okay, anything else?
I would like to add that I guess we have a Facebook page. I don't know if everybody knows about it,
Yeah.
but it was pretty active at one point.
Mhm.
Um, with Virginia, I was a member of the inaugural committee,
Yeah, yeah,
and we started it, but the person who was like the main maintainer is no longer on the committee. So it might be a good idea if we figure out how we can continue with that. I would say traffic was kind of mid, so I don't know how many people are members, but it's another way to get the word out about things.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Deidre, how are you?
Mhm.
I'm doing well. Um, yeah, I'm doing really well. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a while.
I know it's been like 2 years. I'm so glad we're really doing this finally.
Yes. All right, so yeah, what I envision is when you think about, are you guys familiar with like the Cultural Council, the Arts Council, the Community Affairs Committee, like all of those committees are kind of self-guided. So I'm looking to see if we have interest in this committee performing like that, or are you going to lean on staff?
So I think the cultural committee certainly is one that we could work with. The community affairs one is a little different, I think,
Yep.
because they actually do things like town cleanup and
Right.
yeah, things like that. So I think their role is a little different, but
Mhm.
certainly the cultural council.
Yeah, and I think in terms of if you like get familiar with how they operate, they don't, and those committees don't even have a town staff,
Right.
actually.
No,
They're just they know what
they're
they're doing.
self-sufficient.
They are. So I'm looking to really for this committee to really get active. I think we need to think about being self-sufficient like that. And I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
I think once we have everyone at the table, I think maybe we can revisit the officers to
Mhm.
see who's really interested in leading us and really taking that charge, and really kind of taking things into hand.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
I think that there is definitely room for us to really, really collaborate with a lot of different things, like even bringing the school DEI committee or the DEI
Mhm.
person to the table. And then I think there was another committee that was supposed to sit in with us as well, or someone from another committee too. When you were reading that earlier, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Council on Aging. Virginia, are you still on the
Mm.
Council on Aging?
I'm representing the Council on Aging, but I'm not sure
Okay.
if they want to get someone else because I had to get off of the Council on Aging because it conflicts. Tuesday is my school committee meeting,
I
and I
see.
have to do that because I chair the school committee.
I
Uh,
can reach out to them. Are you still happy to serve? Because if you are,
I
you can,
am.
you don't have to be a member. You can just be someone that
Okay,
they,
I'm happy to serve, but
okay,
yeah,
all
it
right.
was conflicting, so I was trying to do both, but
Mhm.
not doing it as well as I should because I'd only spend a little time with the Council on Aging, then I'd have to jump tomorrow
So your
to the
meeting,
school
yeah,
committee,
yeah,
and since I chair it, I had to be there. So
yeah, okay.
As the new
But
person, when I was going through the interview process, it was very difficult for me to understand where the committee's been, what's been done, and kind of where you're going. And I'm excited to be kind of on that ground floor of helping build something forward.
Yes.
My personality is one where I try to learn and observe and kind of fit in, but sometimes I also don't have the filter. I just go, right? I'm very action oriented and don't have a lot of patience for craziness. The
Mhm.
discussion here is incredible. Like I've been listening to each of you and I'm like, I didn't think of that. That's a great point. So I am learning tons. But if I go back to the original question, for me, you know what I'm passionate about. I would love to just run with what I'm passionate about and excited about. Let me drum up a couple of ideas to present to you all, and then you all can kind of help me, us, massage those ideas, punch holes in it, keep
Mhm.
massaging those ideas until we have something actionable as a group. To me, I'd love to see each of us kind of take a piece. Hey, I'm going to take this, I'm going to take that, and we all pitch our ideas. And Diane, I think, at least in when you asked the question, I thought that's what you were asking for, in my opinion.
Yes. Yes. I'm really looking to, and it's not, I look forward to working with this group. I can't, and I hate to say this, it's so hard for me to find the time to look
Sure,
into,
sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think, so I want to be here and I want to be a part of it, but I need somebody to say, this is the chair. I want the chair to be able to, I'm going to post the agendas. I'm going to decide what's on the agenda. And we're kind of lacking that right now. So I hope when we'll schedule another meeting and we can have both of the chairs here, and decide if they really we need someone who's really going to have the time to be involved.
So, thank you, Diane. One of the things I think is that the committee should actually elect the chairs.
Yes,
And I think the last time when I first attended the meeting, it was like, who'd like to be chair kind of thing. But I think once we get to know each other, I think we then should identify who we think would be a great chair.
I agree. Yep. Yep, I agree.
And
Because
I
then,
there's a lot
second
of
that.
committees.
and I
Yeah,
want to make
yeah.
sure that Alexandra, what's her name?
Mary
Mary
Alexandra.
Yeah,
Yes.
that I'm not talking against her. I don't know her. This is actually my first meeting
Mhm.
because the meetings have been in conflict with my other committees. So hopefully I'll get to know all of you. I only know Deidre from
Mhm.
another committee kind of thing. So
Right.
Miss Virginia, I promise I take no offense to that whatsoever.
thank you. I appreciate, and your first name is Mary. I couldn't remember
It's Mary.
that.
My first name is actually Mary Alexandra. I don't have a middle name.
Okay. So how
Mhm.
long have you been in Northborough?
Ooh, since 2006.
2006. I'm not sure how I've not met you. So nice to meet you and Cynthia. And of course, I know Angie and I know Diane for years and years and years. So yeah.
Yeah, this is good. This is exactly what I was hoping for and envisioning, and we're all in this starting from the ground up again, I think. And so I think if we can follow up with this for the next meeting, are we good with the Tuesdays? What is this? The third Tuesday? Is it second? I don't even know. It's a third Tuesday, right?
This
Yes,
is
Is
the
it's
this,
the
is
third
third.
this,
Tuesday.
yeah, day and
Yes,
time
it's the third
good?
Tuesday.
Does this work for everybody still?
We originally tried the second Tuesday. I'm happy any Tuesday. It's
Okay,
all
all right.
good.
I think the
Any
third
Tuesday.
Tuesday, this worked well. And is it something, do we want to work or meet monthly? Do we want to do it bi-monthly or as needed? I think obviously to start off, we should get running,
Hmm.
I'm
absolutely.
in favor of more frequent.
Yeah, okay.
Is it always remote?
We don't We don't necessarily have to be. The problem is we don't have any space at town hall.
Got it.
And Tuesdays are late night, so that's like the planning board, the ZBA, the Board of Health. They all tend to meet on Tuesdays.
But
And
we
I'll
could
also
meet
just share
at the at the
I have a-
library, right?
I-
Or the fire station.
I will just share that as part of my disability is that I actually avoid crowds, and I get
Sorry.
sick quite often, quite easily and quite often,
Oh.
which is why most people are like, I've never seen you except for Tommy Lowe's or something, right?
Mhm.
Because like in the summertime I come out when everybody's outside and there's space, but I've had COVID 4 times already.
Yeah.
And so I get sick very easily. So
Yeah.
I'm not like afraid of human beings. I love being with human beings, but I hate getting sick, and
No
I get
problem.
sick for the count.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think
I work
too,
remotely for that reason. Like that's what I
okay,
do.
and that's fine. Even if we did decide to do a hybrid at some point,
Sure.
that's an option as well, but we don't have, does the library have an option for hybrid?
Yeah, they do.
It does, okay. But when we start getting into the hybrid meetings, then we need to find somebody to host them from our network. What is it? I don't know.
Media Northborough
Media-
Media Connection.
Our cable access department is now Northborough Media Connection. And so there's a little bit of challenge of trying to find somebody to host as well. We do
Cynthia,
want
thank
be
you for
like,
sharing that.
yes, absolutely.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I used to be a wild child and out everywhere, and yeah, now I just don't have the immune system for it.
Mhm.
If I could, I had a couple other little tiny things I wanted to add to our wish list of what we're working on. And
Sure.
some of it, like you were saying, Jim, like run away with something, like take it, fully develop it, come back, right? But one of these things is, I think it's a small activity, but it has a big impact. Is that when I look at and Miss Virginia, mentioning this specifically because you're also here, is that when I look at our application for job employment and when I look at our website for the town about jobs,
Mhm.
and our non-discrimination language that's used, the application's even better. Like it says like all different things, maiden name, marital status. It says all sorts of great things. The one thing that both of them are all missing is gender identity and gender expression. And so gender identity is one of the protected classes in Massachusetts. And so
Mhm.
I think it would be really welcoming if we made that small change to include that wording
Did you
everywhere
see,
where it
have
should
you
appear.
seen a recent one? Because I just
I have it
updated.
pulled up right now.
Oh, and it's still not.
Yeah, so the one that's on the website for
Mhm.
the web page that says like employment opportunities,
Yes.
town, that one. If you scroll down to the bottom, we have race, religion, national origin, sex, age, disability status, but we don't have gender identity or gender or gender expression.
And I can certainly, that's an easy one, because that is something I just updated, because we used to just do equal opportunity employer.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
And
But
then,
thank
and then
you. Yeah.
the application that you link off of, it's like you click it and it launches a Word document, right?
Yeah,
Or a
yeah.
PDF of a document. That's
Yeah.
got like everything under the sun listed except for gender identity or gender expression or gender specifically. So I
Okay,
thought that might be an easy thing to like
that's
just
a super,
tackle today.
like, I can do that today.
Yeah,
So
I thought
thank you.
that'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
the only other two things that I wanted to mention on my list, and thank you so much for giving me a little bit of floor time here, is that I'm very interested in making sure that all of our polling stations are accessible, not
Mhm.
just for this upcoming election day, but for future election days. And that means, the accessible voting machines, the accessible building, the materials are at the right height so people can actually see them if they're, visually impaired, that we have sample ballots, that sort of thing. I wasn't quite sure. I'm happy to run around and do some of that. I wasn't quite sure who to connect with over that.
Actually, so our polling station is going to be moved to the senior
Senior
center,
Center, I saw that. Yeah.
which
I looked it up last night.
will be interesting. Yeah, we'll see how that goes
So
ahead.
that is something I hope is not totally decided, because
It's-
I'm not sure that the senior center can hold the
It
town.
is just, it has been decided. The select board did decide that. It's
And parking is a problem as well.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it's all been discussed, and I think, because I don't know, did you all receive, cards in the mail, postcards about a special town meeting?
That's been canceled?
Yeah, it said that it was postponed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think also on that postcard, it, advised residents of the senior center being the new, polling location. Yeah, it's very,
I
it's
was I was
not,
hoping that wasn't final because a couple of things. The senior center has trainings and programs.
we've talked, it's been discussed quite a bit in the select board meetings. So, I mean, I think that's what it is right now. They voted on that. Whether or not it stays there, because I don't know if it is ideal, honestly,
Yeah.
but
So if I may just share a concern I heard about, parking and,
Mhm.
where is it? Not everybody even knows where it is, right? That sort
Yeah,
of
yeah.
thing, and the space, right?
Mhm.
But the way that the laws are written today is that there only has to be one voting machine per polling station. And so if a town has 4 places to vote because of neighborhood voting or whatever,
Right,
then you have
right.
4 accessibility machines, 4 accessible
I
machines.
see.
And if
Okay.
you only have one place, and then this is a fact that most people don't come to realize until they get older and infirmed and have their own disabilities, but voting for people with disabilities takes 20% longer than everybody else. And that's without counting using an accessible machine. And so the 3 main barriers to voting for people with disabilities are transportation, getting to the location. So neighborhood voting is more accessible. It is the amount of time it takes to get there. And then the third thing is whether or not the machine's accessible, the building's accessible, the polling station workers understand what the rights of people with disabilities are.
Okay.
So I just bring that up as, when we're looking for efficiencies and perhaps moving to one common area to vote for efficiency purposes, it actually will have the impact of diminishing the greatest impact will be on people with disabilities.
Mhm.
Because if we go there and there's one accessible voting machine, it's 28% of the population has disabilities. So
Right.
more than a fifth could be people who would be using that machine.
Okay. Well, I can give you some information. We have a new town clerk. Andy Dowd retired after
Sad.
30
20
something
years.
years, like
20
so
years.
a long time. And her name is Damian, Daymian, and her last name is Bartek, Bartek. And if you want to reach out to her, or I'm happy to reach out to her on your behalf to see, and if you don't mind, I can share your information with her.
Yeah,
And
that'd be
just see
great.
where we stand with that. Absolutely. Okay, that's great stuff.
I swear I know other stuff other than disability, but that's just,
Well, like Jim said, you all have, I mean, that's why it's good to all come together,
Cynthia,
and
your
bring your
points
different.
are spectacular. I'm just sitting here like a sponge, like learning.
Oh,
So keep
oh,
them
I'm so
coming.
happy. I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, is there anything else that anybody can think of, or do you want to schedule a next meeting? And hopefully we'll get Sierra and Miriam here.
Yeah, if we could get a date on the books, that'd
Yes.
be great.
Angie, do you have a calendar in front of you by any chance?
I do. So it would be November 18th will be the next third Tuesday of the month.
All right.
Okay, that's my problem because the
Oh.
18th is school committee for me.
Okay.
So would a different Tuesday work? I mean, Tuesdays for you and I, Angie, are pretty,
Yeah.
and my boards
So
meet on Mondays, so.
next month we've got Veterans Day on Tuesday the 11th. I don't know if we could do Tuesday.
Um,
Well, we have Thanksgiving, week of Thanksgiving would be the 25th.
Wednesdays? Mondays?
Wednesday would be
Wednesdays?
fine for me.
Wednesday the
Wednesdays,
19th.
let's see. What's the earliest people can meet? If we were to do a Wednesday, see,
4:30.
4:30, okay.
I could
Anybody
do
else?
4:30.
Yeah, that works for me.
So the third Wednesday of every month, I have a standing meeting with my school system.
Okay, what about, and then, yeah, we'll pick a day and then Angie's gonna have to look at the calendar to see, because I think Wednesday's Historic Commission meets, because we need to make sure we have a Zoom meeting license to use as well.
Mhm.
What about,
So
what about the
it
second?
won't, will it work to do another Tuesday? I think Tuesdays and Thursdays work best for me.
Okay. I could do any Tuesday.
Me too. I can do any Tuesday. 6 p.m. does work best, but I'm flexible as to which Tuesday during the month.
Okay.
So I can't meet the 18th
So the
or
third
the
Tuesday is what's tough for you, right, Virginia?
right now. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it varies. The 18th I can't do, but like I can do the 9th of December.
Oh, interesting. Oh, so that's a second Tuesday.
Yeah.
So second Tuesdays work for you?
No, not all. No, it doesn't.
No.
So the 9th that's the second Tuesday. That's a school committee meeting for me.
Oh, okay. Because I think it's much easier consistency wise if we meet the same,
Okay.
what about
Ah,
the fourth Tuesday? Or the first Tuesday?
hold on a second. The fourth Tuesday. Okay.
The fourth
That looks
Tuesday of
good.
next month would be the 25th, which is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. We'll be here. I don't know if anyone will be here that
Yeah,
week.
we will be. But like I'm thinking the fourth Tuesdays in general, does that work for a majority of us?
Yes.
Yes?
Works
Yeah.
for me as well.
Okay.
Yes, that works for me.
2 seconds.
Okay. I mean, let's shoot for the fourth Tuesday. And like Angie said, the 25th, it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. We're around. We're working. So
Yeah.
I mean, we can put it on our calendars if that works for everybody. And maybe we'll keep it, we'll keep it late again. Maybe hopefully we'll get a whole quorum. I mean, all the members, and we can kind of just involve them in some of the ideas we're throwing around. And I look forward to it.
Sounds
And could we
good.
talk about the ADA accessibility
Yes.
evaluation when we
Yes,
meet next?
I will definitely. Angie, you and I are going to work on that together.
And I'm here for support. You guys got a lot on your plate, so if you need something or contact information or have a question, if you want to email Diane and copy me, I can always help. And if there's something you want posted, I think, we have the town Facebook page and the
Yeah,
news,
Angie's
and I
Angie's
can help with
wonderful.
that.
Thank you,
With
Angie.
the DEIB, Facebook, I love doing that kind of stuff, so I'm here to help.
Thank you. That's
Thank
very
you.
sweet of you.
Yeah, and we're hoping, our office is a little bit short-staffed right now, but we're hoping, come spring that we'll be full staff again.
Who left?
She didn't leave, but there's Linda's had to take some time.
Okay.
And so she's coming in when she can. And by the way, we love Steph. I don't know if any
Who?
of you have gotten to meet her, but we went through 5 town administrators in
No,
2
no, you
years.
mean Stephanie left?
No. I'm saying we love Stephanie as our new
Oh,
town
love,
administrator. Yeah.
love. Okay,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
scared
we
me there
had
for
a
a
rough
minute.
couple years.
Yeah,
So she's doing very well. She's actually coming up on a year. So we're
good.
happy. Yeah. We're happy little bees over at town hall. So okay. All
Sounds
right. So
good.
is everybody good?
Good.
Okay. All right.
It was good
Nice
to see
meet
everyone.
everybody.
Yeah, it is really good to see everybody. I'm
See you
glad.
all.
Yeah.
Stay healthy.
Thank you. Can I
Yeah.
have just have a quick motion to adjourn?
Motion to
So-
adjourn.
Thank you.
Second.
All right, adjourned at 6:55.
Unanimous.
Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Good
Take
night,
care.
everyone.
Bye.
Thanks,
Good night.
everybody.
Bye.